Justice Hamza Muazu of a high court in Abuja on Friday granted an order of stay execution on the suspension of Julius Abure, chairman of the Labour Party, and others. Others are the National Organizing Secretary Mr. Clement Ojukwu and National Treasurer Oluchi Okpara from parading themselves as Labour Party national officials. The plaintiffs in the case are Martins Esikpali, John, Lucky Shaibu, Isa Zekeri, Omogbai Frank, Abokau Aliu, Ayokare Latif, John Eloma, and Dr. Ayobami Arabambi. They had in an expert motion sought the removal of Abure and the 3 other national officers of the party, which the judge granted the order of suspension. The judge, after listening to arguments from the parties, granted the order for stay execution pending the determination of the appeal filed by the defendant. Justice Muazu had on April 5th issued an interim injunction stopping Abure, Ibrahim, and the party's national organizing secretary, Mr. Clement Ojukwu, and National Treasurer Oluchi Okpara from parading themselves as national officers of Labour Party. This was contained in an expert motion brought before the court by the 8 plaintiffs. At the sitting, the defendant told the court that they have a notice of appeal pending at the Court of Appeal. After many arguments from the parties, the judge granted an order for a stay on the suspension. Following the April 5th expert injunction made by Justice Muazu, stopping Abure, Ibrahim, and 2 other national officials of the party, Alese A.G. Seme, SAN, had on April 20th argued that the court lacked jurisdiction to entertain the matter. The senior advocate had submitted that the matter before the court bordered on the internal affairs of the Labour Party, adding that criminal allegations made by the plaintiffs in the case could not be ventilated in an origination summon. He added that the 8 plaintiffs that brought the case before the court were not members of the National Executive Council of the party and as such lacked the local standing to institute the case. According to Ejisieme, our contention is very clear that those criminal allegations cannot be ventilated in an origination summon. The issue of local standing is there. When you refer to Labour Party's constitution, the claimants are not members of NEC or the party. They have a duty to present their membership cards to the court, which they didn't. While objecting to the preliminary objection raised by the counsel for Abure, counsel for the plaintiffs, Mr. George Ibrahim, urged the court to dismiss same. According to him, the 1st to 4th defendants adhered to obey the April 5th order of the court as they were still parading themselves as national officers of the Labour Party, with the ruling of the court on having jurisdiction to hear the case, its order of April 5th subsists. The judge then adjourned until today to hear the substantive case. Earlier, the plaintiffs had informed the court through their counsel Ogu Onoja SAN that Abure and the 3 other national officials allegedly forged several documents of the FCT High Court, including receipts, seals, and affidavits to carry out unlawful substitutions in the last general elections. Onoja argued that following their indictment by the police investigation, the 4 people are to be arraigned in court, adding that warrants for their arrests have already been obtained. Okay. Just okay. The matter is settled now. Okay. My friend, who is Igbo amongst them? Before you say something, try and understand. Okay, among them. A divided house can never stand. You people want to disappoint the obedient movement as it is now. Your opponents are laughing at you people right now. Something is wrong with them. Now, how can they be fighting themselves when they have fights outside? The other faction was brought over to destabilize the obedient people. The most unreasonable tribalistic nation on earth is the Igbo nation, as some and abroad they exhibit without conscience, their trademark of greed and inferiority complex, and many more. And you agree to stay in one country with them. I believe Julius Abure is from your state, Edo, like you, and you talk this way. Labour Party must settle this dispute to forge ahead. Yes. The Almighty God that has ruled over the affairs of the nations of the world as his divine aligned plans will definitely flush these existing corrupt governments away. We call ourselves Nigeria, but we can not say the truth because Igbo cannot rule Nigeria. Why? The distraction mechanism has finally failed them. Apapa should go and eat the 500 million given to him by his paymaster, which seek on the truth. Please, who owns the party? Is the party a tribal political party? Chairman Igbo, Secretary Igbo, presidential candidate Igbo, spokesperson Igbo. They were in unity until the other tribe that is good at division came with its foolish drama. That is why you, the chameleon in Nigeria, will stop at nothing in making sure you show your color. The Labour Party was founded in trust, but the chameleon came in and started displaying his habits. So guys, let's hear your opinion on this matter.